you wanna know? Oh, no, oh, 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 oh. Step into the ring, it's the champion's corner time. Oh, oh, WWE, and then we break it down. We shine from the top rope to the mat, all the action, all the heat. Champions Corner podcast where the real fans meet. Champions Corner podcast where the real fans meet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back right on your TV screen, your phone, your tablet. We all on here. Champions Corner is in the building. And it's one of your favorite hosts, Ron G, is in the building. I hope y'all doing great. I'm doing great. Ready to talk about some wrestling. And you know who I'm here with, the professor. You ready to teach you something? So go ahead and get your notepads out. Go ahead. But what's going on, BJ? How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing awesome. Hey, Thanksgiving weekend.
Woo.
Everything's kind of been thankful and joyous and festive. A lot of food. But hey, I'm well rested, energized, and ready to talk about Raw, some NXT, a little Dynamite. Tell you what I know is going to happen at Survivor Series and proceed from there.
Oh yeah. There's Thanksgiving. Hope everybody having a great holiday, great Thanksgiving. Everybody starting Christmas early now. There's a lot going on. A lot of food being made. I recently got able to get more back into the food that I like. You know what I'm saying? So I had that. Before I got on the show, I ain't gonna lie. I had that sweet potato cake. If y'all had that before, tell me how you like it. Leave that in the comments. It's definitely good to me. But either way. Welcome to the show. We got a lot to talk about. Like I said, WWE Survivor Series is coming up this weekend. I can't wait. I know my brother right here can't wait. Every host on this show can't wait. We're ready to talk about it with you, but we got a preview for it. Give you a little bit of our predictions about what's going to happen on that show. But also talking about that NXT, what's going on with that. I mean, did y'all see Eric Bischoff on that? Where he come from?
That was a curveball. Didn't expect to see Eric Bischoff on NXT. That was amazing. Crazy.
A lot to talk about with that. And we got AEW. I still trying to see what Moxley's true motive is and where that's going. And we got the Continental Classic going on. You got the International Women's Cup going on. We're fighting for the MJF ring again. He done won about 5 years in a row, the whole time AEW been around. So is somebody that's going to take it this time? We're going to see. Is it Adam Cole? Maybe not.
Maybe not. Wow. Tell her, okay. I see where that's going.
We're going to go there, but we just thank you for being here right now. But just go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. We love to talk to you. We love to see you every week, every day. If you want to talk to us, we here to talk, and we want to see you wearing our merch too. Show you the merch. We got that Christmas merch coming up. I'm gonna show it off. We're gonna show it off online and everything. But get championscorner.myspreadshop.com. This is where the real fans meet at right here at Champions Corner. So represent. We're going to rep Monday Night Raw right now. And they had a big announcement, similar to the announcement they had on SmackDown with the United States Women's Championship. Now we have the Intercontinental Women's Championship. Boy, that thing look good with that white. Boy, that thing look good with that white. The new design with that white.
That was a nice little belt. You know, I got to tell you, I even kind of like the Women's U.S. title, even though I don't really like how it's just nice as a smaller size and a bigger size. But yeah, that Intercontinental title on the white strap. I mean, all Intercontinental titles look better on a white strap. So, yeah, I'm all for it.
Oh, well, how did you feel about when they had the blue and then who had the purple?
Oh, it was, you mean when they had the oval strap? Purple? No, he had yellow. Ultimate Warrior had yellow.
Yeah.
Macho Man had like an orange.
Okay, yeah.
But it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. All in all, it's really the white strap.
The white strap, it
does. When Shawn Michaels first came out with it, I was like, oh my God, what belt is that? Intercontinental title? Well, yeah, I want that one. That was the belt I had always wanted when I saw him come out with
it. Yeah. But we're going to have a tournament for the United States. That's going, I think it's going to end around Saturday's main event. So I wait to see when this, for the Intercontinental title, when that tournament kicking off and when that's going to end at. I mean, maybe the wrong Netflix. Is that going to be maybe? I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's a very strong possibility. They could have a finals.
Yeah,
because I mean, you gotta have something.
It's going to be interesting. We trying to. I know me and you was trying to look at the who will be in this tournament, but let me know. I'm gonna go with mine first. I'm gonna tell you mine, but my top 3 women to get this championship. I'm gonna go with Kairi Sane. I really enjoy her work, her and EO, but EO is going for the world championship right now, so I don't think she'll be in it. I don't know, but I'm going with Kairi Sane, Lyra Valkyria. She's new to Raw now, but she's very good, and then they let her go far. I mean, I ain't say they let her. I don't like saying stuff like that, but she went far in that Queen of the Ring tournament. So maybe she could actually win this tournament for the Intercontinental Women's Championship. And last one, I'm trying to think. It's a few. I really want to say Zelina Vega. I just like Zelina. I'm just a fan of hers. So I'm gonna put her in my top 3. How about you, man?
I mean, it's not a bad pick. It's not a bad pick. I like the Zelina Vega pick as well. You know, just from the whole landscape of it being the Intercontinental title, kind of the secondary belt on the mid-card title, I feel as if there's a good bit of competitors. Like the entire PFC, Shayna, Chloe, even Sonya. I almost got her main name. They all could be legitimate contenders. My top pick is definitely Lyra Valkyria. Like you mentioned, she really came close at winning the Queen of the Ring. The fact that she went that far, she ended up having to combat against a SmackDown opponent already shows that she may be the top of the mid-card as it is. She just needs the crown to solidify it. But I also, going back to PFC, I like one of them 3. Since you said top 3, I only got to pick one. So I want to lean with Sonya, I guess. Because, you know, they approached Dakota Kai. Because she's my 3rd pick, Dakota Kai. They approached Damage Control on Raw, and they talked to her about how, oh, you know, you had this big story coming back and everything, but guess what? That is just a little sympathy act. In the end of it, as long as we're here, that is destined for us. That's what Sonya Deville said, so she never specified who it was for, but at least adding that dynamic makes me think, okay, there's something that could be done there. So Dakota Kai would be my 3rd pick.
Okay. It's hard because I feel like the women in the mid card on SmackDown have more of traction with the fans than the women on Raw.
Well,
I kind of feel like that. So it's a little harder to pick for the women on Raw, but I picked my 3 my favorites right now, and so we'll see who's all actually in it. But I mean, I feel like Kyrie deserves that. Kairi Sane.
Nah.
Because I feel like she's the most skilled out of all of them. But at the same time, I'm really trying to think about how they put former world champions in the United States Championship tournament. So are they going to do the same thing for Raw?
Well, to that point, though, it's just when you look at SmackDown, they have a lot of former world champions, too. So is that advantage, I guess you could say? Because Raw, you have Alba Fire. Like, you go through the whole Raw Women's roster, who's currently active, not injured. Alba Fire, and then you have Dakota Kai, and then you have Ala Dawn, Ivy Nile, Io Sky, Katana Chance. Oh, I'm sorry, Kairi Sane, Katana Chance, Kaden Carter, Natalya, who's not a bad pick if you want to go with a former world champion, Lara Valkyria, Maxine Dupree, Rhea Ripley, she doesn't count, Shayna Baszler, Sonya Deville, Zelina Vega, Zoe Starks. So just going through that whole lineup, I didn't name a lot of world champions because most of them are hurt or they're already preoccupied going for a world title or is the actual world champion, Liv Morgan. Yeah. So in Raw, it's almost like the island of the mid-cards in the women's division. So it's so much of an open box that anyone is, I don't want to use the word worthy, but definitely eligible to win it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, would they put Rhea in it since she's not going for the world championship right now? That's Io, what Io's doing right now. She's the number 1 contender. So would they put Rhea in there? And if she did, it's kind of hard for her not to be winning unless there was some shenanigans of Liv and Raquel costing her the match.
Well, to that question, like, do you put Raquel in it as well then?
I was just about to say,
Yeah.
Raquel versus Rhea, and Liv costs Rhea the match.
And Raquel's the new Intercontinental Champion. Boom, there it is.
Ah, man.
Look at that damage control taking over Raw. It's a gender swap, though. It's mainly the women this time. No, actually, no. Because, Judgment Day taking over Raw again.
Judgment Day. It could be. I'd just rather like somebody else get that shine because, like I said, Raquel gonna be on TV as long as Liv's the world champion, and Liv's getting that shine. As long as she stays by Liv's side, Raquel can get that shine. So I think somebody else who's not getting as much either TV time or spotlight, it should get this, just like on SmackDown. Because I feel like either Michin or Chelsea Green will win that one for the United States. And so I feel like either Kairi Sane or Lyra Valkyria will be the top two to win the Intercontinental title on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I like that. Don't disagree with that, especially with Lyra. I feel like she's definitely a high contender in winning that. Yeah, her winning the Queen of the Ring, well, not winning it, but getting to that point does seem like a really big mark and why I think she would win it.
Yeah. So it's very interesting. I'm happy for the women. It's going to get them, and like I said, it's going to be hard to fight for those spots on the pay-per-views, man, especially with these new mid-card women's championships right in the mix. But maybe, like I said, they'd be more defended on TV. Since they got, like I said, 3-hour Raw, they're going to have a 3-hour SmackDown into 2025, and they're preparing for all of that and preparing for 2-night pay-per-views and WrestleMania and SummerSlam. And I meant to bring this up before. I don't know if you might have said it before. I don't know. You think it would be like 2 nights of Royal Rumble eventually?
Oh yeah, I don't know. We did talk about this, but that's a good question. There is supposed to be 2 nights per pay-per-view. When they start going to Minneapolis or whenever Indianapolis, I think that's when they're going to transition to all the big fours being 2 nights. So you know what that means: night 1, men's Rumble; night 2, women's Rumble, or vice versa.
That would be very interesting. And they got, like I said, for a lot more matches, 5 matches a night each night. Wow, 2 nights of the Royal Rumble. And like I said, we all love the Royal Rumble. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But I mean, WrestleMania is WrestleMania, but Royal Rumble is just exciting, man. Sometimes you can get a bad Royal Rumble, but a lot of times it's still exciting to see like who returns or who debuts or like who can make it all the way. Because I'll read something earlier today, but like a fan type of prediction or whatever, and like it's because he just be Cena's last Royal Rumble, and what if he comes out at number 1 and makes it all the way to the Final 4? What a way to go out! Even if he don't win, what a way to go out for Cena for his last Royal Rumble, bro.
No, that'd be pretty good. Can he do it?
I know, right? That would just excite me to see if he still has that conditioning and if he got it in him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's the beginning of the year, so it's like you better prepare right now. Like you should have been preparing for that. You got that endurance, you know what I'm saying? But that's just me thinking of me being a big Cena fan, and like I said, it's been his last one, so that'll really excite me. But going off the point, we talk about Monday Night Raw, and we talk about the Intercontinental Championship for the women, but let's scoot over for the Intercontinental Championship for the men. Boy, Braun Breaker been trying to defend his title, but he keep getting interrupted. Like they're fighting Sheamus, then Ludwig comes out. He fighting Ludwig, then Sheamus comes out. So Adam Pearce just got, he took off the glasses real fast.
Well, first let's call it what it was. He put his drink down in the back. Finally decided to get up and come out and do some GM work. Okay, then he took his glasses off.
Yeah, but he said enough is enough. I'm tired. I'm trying to have complete matches. I'm trying to have finish to these matches. Y'all keep interrupting each other's matches. So if y'all all want to be in the ring at the same time, go ahead and put on a triple threat with it. Go ahead and get it done. Big meaty man slapping me. Boy, banger after banger. Like we got it going on. Like I said, boy. And I don't know if we want to start our predictions. This is one of the matches in the Survivor Series. We got Sheamus versus Ludwig versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. That's going to be a great match. That's going to be good.
No doubt about it.
If you want to start predictions, I'm going to go with Braun Breaker because I think Sheamus and Ludwig going to cancel each other out, and Braun Breaker just going to get a quick spear and capitalize.
I don't fully disagree with that because it seemed like Ludwig and it did seem like they're just kind of going back and forth at it, and that's the whole concept of the distraction that's being caused in these matches against Braun Breaker. It feels like it's more of a Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser feud, and Braun Breaker is in the middle of it to some degree. I do think Braun will walk away because of that. Because, it's a triple threat, right? You never know. It's Sheamus. Never won an Intercontinental title. Braun Breaker has a tendency to lose these type of matches, too. Because he's Braun Breaker. Things just happen to him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey. We'll get to predictions because they may pull the fast one on Sheamus, but I'll wait to predictions to make my decision.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
And
stay tuned.
And you can continue to talk about how Sheamus, that's the title that eludes Sheamus right now. It's the last title he needed to really win is the Intercontinental Championship he's never had. But, it's possible he can get it right here, but I don't know. I'm going to go with Braun Breaker on this one. But did you see how Braun Breaker hit that table when he was trying to...
I thought that was a real bad injury. I thought he might have destroyed his diaphragm or something the way he ran into that thing.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. It don't he slowed down at all. He went there full force at the edge of the table too. All right, boy. Oh, hope you're all right now. Lord, medic.
That was a rough
medic. But it's gonna be a great match. I feel like it's gonna be a mid-show match to keep the crowd, engaged. And have a great match, you know what I'm saying? So I'm ready for that triple threat. I love triple threats. I know some people just don't like triple threats. Because, one man sitting out sometimes. And then and some people don't like, why, if it's triple threat, why is it no disqualification? Why is that a rule? I don't know, man.
Why would that be a rule? No, here's the dynamic of it. Triple threat matches are arguably some of the best matches because you get the surprise factor. You have to keep your head on the swivel. As a competitor, it's never a rest period with a person. You take their eye off of them, they're going to come back and throw you out the ring and grab the pin after you did your finisher. Some of the best matches I could think of. Bryan Danielson in WrestleMania 30, triple threat. You could talk about the AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels match, triple threat. Dude, there's a litany that I could go down. I can't think of them at the moment, but those are just two off the top of my head that I consider the greatest of all time. Oh, we talked about it the other day. Rock, Kurt Angle, Undertaker, I believe. There are a great list of great matches that are triple threat based. They're probably the most suitable multi-man matches. That's just not too much happening at once, but still keeping a high level of excitement. Unlike, your 8-man or your TLC matches where so many things can happen. Triple threat, I love it. And when I play 2K, I specifically do triple threat matches for the most part.
Okay. Yeah, I think they're fun, man. There's a lot going on. And you never know who's going to step in at what moment or who's going to capitalize on a pin from somebody else. It's fun. It's fun for me. I love it.
Right.
I know Braun Breaker kept his title because of the interference or whatnot. And somebody else who kept their titles, we didn't think they would. The Judgment Day kept the tag team championship around their waist. Of course, they had a lot of interference. Yeah, Dom Carlito interference, distractions, and whatever they do. So Finn keeps saying there's no leaders in the Judgment Day, but when Finn calls the shots, it's successful. So essentially he's saying we don't have leaders, but when I'm leading the group, then we're successful.
Well, look, that's he's just calling the dynamic like it is. He's saying we all have an opinion. You know what Finn's not doing? He's not really stepping into Liv's business. He is keeping that in her bay. He really is just trying to tell Dom, you got to listen to me. He wants Dom to do what he wants him to say. And Carlito and JD going to follow Finn anyway.
Yeah, them really. I mean, because JD had his arm over him, but like I said, we're all family and whatnot. But when Finn said stuff like that, JD kind of pulled his arm back. Like he felt like heartbroken. Like, oh, okay, yeah, all right,
yeah.
So I don't know. Like I said, just when they always seem like they got cracks in the and what they got going on. But we'll see how they move on and see who the next contenders are. Because like I said, I'm trying to think who else would who they'll be fighting next. They like I said, they only defend their title like what, twice in like what, 5 months?
Yeah, they haven't defended. Yeah, this is their second title defense since having a championship. So here's the thing, because I look for possible tag teams and wonder why American Made won't be the answer. How do you see Judgment Day going? Do you think there'll be a betrayal eventually? I mean, like kind of with Damien Priest, maybe JD or someone.
But I'm trying to think how they would do it, but because it seemed like Dom, Liv, and Raquel are their own group, and then Finn, JD always gonna be cool together, and then Carlito tagging along like always.
Yeah, Carlito does seem like he's just tagging along. Yeah, it seems like two separate factions because of how the stories are going with this group.
Yeah,
this group seems like two separate groups.
Yeah, it's intriguing to see where it's going to go, especially like we continue to say is Finn Balor going and he's defending his tag team championships, so that's off his mind right now. So will he interfere with Damien Priest doing? Does he still have that on his mind?
No, yeah, probably he didn't win against Damien, so yeah, he probably does.
Yeah, so he probably got it out of the way. So now he might be focusing on Damien, and because Damien has a match with Gunther at Survivor Series, big match, and Damien has so much confidence right now, and Gunther it just seems shook. He's shaking in his suit.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about Gunther going from this dominant champion with being Intercontinental, when he was Intercontinental champion, to now kind of being, I don't want to say like a chicken shit heel, but he doesn't seem to have the same dominating aura that he had previously. What do you make of that?
It's very.
How do you feel about
it? It's interesting. I'm trying to see why he is like that, because you're the world champion. You're winning your matches. I think that Cody loss really got to him. That's kind of what bringing him really down. It seemed like he was ducking. Like I said, he was ducking Sammy because before when Sammy was acting for his shot, but he got over that. But when he lost to Cody, it's like, boy, his confidence went way down.
But you remember how he was talking to Cody in that regard? He was speaking as if Cody. He went in there very confident, and then that loss knocked him down a peg. I totally agree with that.
And with how Damien Priest been talking to him and continue to beat him down, even after Gunther got the first shot on him, but Damien Priest continues to get the upper hand. He Gunther got put through a table by Damien Priest on this past Raw that we're talking about right now. And so it seems like Damien Priest is well on his way to being El Campeon once again, which I wouldn't mind because Damien Priest he's really on the come up right now, and I really appreciate his work. I liked him as champion. I thought he was a good champion. He got a lot of. He just didn't get his just due, and I feel like with his if he get his second reign, he gonna really go. It's gonna really come out the way he wants. Because the first one, it kept being interference after every match of his while he's trying to defend the title.
That's the Judgment Day they will, though. That's how the Judgment Day do it.
Yeah, but he didn't want that. He wanted to defend it himself and show why he should be champion. And if he gets a second reign, he can finally show that. And Survivor Series, I really think Gunther just gonna go once that bell rings. He just gonna I don't know if it's snap or it's just something's gonna click for him, and he gonna be desperate just to do anything to keep his belt against Damien Priest.
Well, maybe. We've seen the dominant champion. I wouldn't mind seeing Gunther take on a role of being still very talented, but when it really gets sticky, he has to resort to something a little more devious. Because, not for nothing, we've seen him in the Intercontinental format in that sense, and it's nice, but I would like to see a little shake up to his character. And it don't have to be an every time event, but Damien Priest is a legitimate challenge. And I think that's what I like about this feud, because it's showing Damien Priest is win, lose, or draw, he's going to be a hard person to take down. And Gunther knows this because he just had a match with him, and he understands that, okay, I won because of Finn Balor, and I know I called him street trash, but boy, this is going to be a little difficult. And the Cody thing, of course, like I said, is a crisis of confidence in itself as well. So adding all that in, I kind of like where it's going. Although I got Gunther winning.
Yeah, I think Gunther gonna have something. He's gonna pull it out somehow, but I want to see how, because Damien Priest, like I said, he had his number at SummerSlam. I feel like if it wasn't for Finn Balor, and Damien Priest keeps saying, "Oh, the general gonna fall to a king, a street king." So I'm very much ready to see how that plays out for the World Heavyweight Championship. But we also had some more build up for the women's War Games on this show, and they trying to find that fifth member because Jade Cargill got put out. I was still trying to figure out who did that, and Naomi continues to bring up Bailey, and Bianca is having none of it. She was having none of it, and even Io was saying, "I got Kyrie right here." Kyrie saying,
I do find that weird, as in like Io Sky joining the group the same night Kyrie Sane comes back, but also just kind of joining and them not really even considering any form of damage control. I can understand Bailey. Like this other thing, not Bailey. This other thing I kind of find weird about Bianca. Her whole beef with Bailey is what Bailey did to her in the past. It's made her life miserable.
Yeah.
Sort of like what Kevin Owens is saying about Roman Reigns. But she has no problem with damage control. And Io Sky wasn't at a whole thing. Io Sky took that belt off that girl. Not only that, they've had a continuous feud. Now, I know Bianca was dominating for the most part, but it just seems inconsistent where she's fine with one but not the other. Because she beat both Bailey and Io.
Yeah.
But
Io, I didn't think about that myself. Io is the one who cashed in on her after she won the belt at SummerSlam.
Yeah, and now she's fine with just teaming up with her War Games, but no explanation, mind you, just because. Like, that's still the other part about it. Why is Io in this?
Well, Io's in it because she's fighting Liv for the World Championship.
Okay, I hear you.
She's in there. She has to be in. She got to do something with her. She can't be waiting around and doing nothing.
Here's my thing, though. But it's a War Games match, right? It's like, you're a wrestler, and you have a world title match coming up. Do you really think it's wise to step in a very dangerous structure prior to your world title match, knowing that your opponent is going to be in there? Let them take the abuse. I have no real stake in this. Win, lose, or draw, it doesn't affect me. I just want my world title match.
I get you, but she's a babyface. Hey, that's the way I think. When I find a reason to get at her, especially with who I have on my team. And I have the most experience out of anybody in this match.
Okay, so she could jump from the top of the cage. Give her that credit. I just, this is why I have trouble cheering for baby faces, because half of the time the logic makes zero to no sense. Again, I said this, I've always had a hard time cheering for Sting, because he was such a white meat baby face, but he was an idiot. He did stupid things at times. It's like, Sting, use your brain, man. Flair's going to betray you. Why are you trusting this dude? But that's beyond the point.
Well, we talk about trust. That's both of these War Games matches. I have little trust with anybody on both sides, either men's or the women's. Everybody going to here hoping their team could stay together, kind of. Except Solo. Solo Go team gonna stay together for real. That's the only solid team out of all the four of these teams. Solo got the tightest squad right now that we know they ride for each other in this.
Let me tell you, I want Jacob and Bronson to go for the tag titles. I need them to be a tag team. Boy, move that forward.
Boy, did you see that picture of them? It's like a black and white picture of them. They was like posing up. I was like they call them two of America's most wanted. I was like,
I'm telling you, man, that's what I want. Oh, look out, Machine Gun, Kelly Gunn, whatever your name is. They are, new tag champs.
Hey, I wouldn't be mad at it. Take out Judgment Day with the Bloodline versus Judgment Day. Let's get it.
All right, we'll do that. Fine, Judgment Day. I like it.
Hey.
Oh, they do look. Bronson fits so well in that group. He really does.
For sure.
It's just
for sure. But we're going to get the Bloodline in a minute. I'm just going to talk about the women right quick. Because Rhea came in the back, too, talking about how she's going to be the leader, how she's leading this team, and we still going to pick a fifth member. She don't even know who we're going to be yet. And Bianca and her kind of went face to face, and I just really want to know when that match going to happen. Bianca and Rhea have fought before, but that was not when they are who they are now.
Yeah.
And so I'm really waiting on whenever that match happens. But it's supposed to be a winner takes advantage for their team with Bianca versus Nia Jax. To much of Bianca's surprise, a lot of people's surprise, she got some help from Bayley. And so, and the look on Bianca's face, like, for real, you help me? Maybe Naomi right. Oh, maybe I'm just tripping. I don't know. I mean, come on. I don't know. All right.
You know what? Maybe we're gonna get to this later, but maybe Kofi Kingston could take a lesson out of this. Next time someone helps you, just take advantage of the help and don't ask no questions. But we'll get to that later.
We definitely got to get to that because Lord, they were throwing haymakers, jab, uppercuts in that conversation or the argument they had, boy. But so I can't wait to get it out. We're gonna get to that. I might get that right next in just a minute. But Bailey is officially in the War Games match, and so because we had to figure out who Jay replacement going to be, and they also had for SmackDown that's coming up. They also had a replacement for Jade in that match, which is who you think is better than Jade. Lash Legend is in that match. So they don't find replacements for Jade right now. I just wish they could find a replacement to team with Bianca because I don't want her just to relinquish the titles.
Well, they're gonna. I believe that's about to be official. If not official, those titles are going to be relinquished because tournament time.
And who will be her partner with that?
Well, maybe she won't have a partner. Maybe she'll start going into a singles hunt because she got to figure out who hurt her partner. So forget going for tag titles. You kind of have a mystery to solve, Bianca.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, you still got. She still want to fight. She want to fight for something. All these new titles around here. You think she ain't gonna fight for one of them?
She gonna fight for her friend first. It is friends over everything. So she gonna fight for a friend, and then she gonna go for those belts.
I feel you because she did leave the triple threat match to go check out, see how Jade was. So you might be right about that one.
Plus, she's in the hospital too. It's like, oh, come on, girl. It's one thing to get beat up in the back, but it's a whole nother when you got slammed through a car almost and got to get wheeled out of here. So yeah.
And like I said, I told you who it might be. I posted on TikTok about some of the contenders I feel it is. But my biggest one is who replaced her in the triple threat, which is Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. And I feel like they working with Naomi.
Oh, so you think it's okay? So you think it's just all three of them to some degree, if not just Naomi?
Because on Twitter or whatever, it's X. Naomi kept saying, y'all gonna feel stupid. And I told you it's not me. Because everybody got a theory about it being Naomi. But it ain't have to be her. Jay's a strong, big woman.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it take another tall woman or two people to do it, to take her out like that. So Lash Legend and Jakara. But that's just me. That's just me speculating. Go ahead. But it's very interesting.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, it should be interesting war games. I don't know who could trust who. Like I said, Nia and Liv kind of squashed their beef, and they just don't care about each other. They just want to get through this match. And so, and on, like I said, the Rhea squad, they all kind of not on the same page, but we will see where it goes. I still think Team Rhea is winning that one, but like I said, we'll see where it goes.
Maybe. But we'll see.
We're leading up to 10 years of the New Day, the anniversary of the New Day.
New Day?
But it don't feel like an anniversary. It don't feel like a reunion. It don't feel like positivity is in the room right now.
Real quick to that point, just want to stress out, it was November 28th when they formed back in 2014. November 28th this year was Thanksgiving Day. So, beautiful anniversary moment. I hope they had a lovely dinner. That might have been their last as a team.
I don't know if they were together on that one, but I don't know if they were eating together on that one.
Not breaking bread. I got
you. Yeah, because Xavier probably arguing with Kofi about what recipe is supposed to be in the sweet potato pie. I don't know. He's supposed to do like this. Why you ain't listening? I'm supposed to be QB1 right here for the team right
you
now.
Know what? You know what? That's why we don't let you cook, Xavier, because you always burn the food.
You're taking too many risks. But they end up losing to the doggone Alpha Academy of all teams, bro. I mean,
whoa.
Not against the New Day, who's considered one of the greatest tag teams of all time.
Is that the New Day with Xavier Woods a part of it, as far as the mentioning, or are we talking about the real tag champs who was Big E and Kofi Kingston?
Here we go. Xavier Woods got a lot of the wins too now. Come on now.
Oh yeah, when Big E was carrying it.
I mean, we pick a side. Pick a side.
I'm picking the side of Big E.
Here you go. Here you go. But they lost the match in kind of a quick fashion, really. And they was arguing all the way to the back. Like why? Like Xavier saying, "Why you just can't listen to me, Cole? Just follow my instruction." I'm supposed. You keep saying I'm the quarterback, whatnot. Why can't you just follow my instruction? They can argue all the way to the back, and it got heated, Bo, to the point where Kofi said, "This part I couldn't really believe." Kofi said is that Xavier Woods was never good enough to be world champion. That just sounds uncharacteristic. Out of all the things Kofi said right there to Xavier, and Xavier taking credit, like we built you up, we gave you Kofi Mania, built you up to the championship. If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't have had that.
Hard truth, man.
Yeah, you pissed it away in 6 seconds to Brock Lesnar after we gave you that. I mean, just hard hitting like words, you know what I'm saying? And it's stuff that just everybody's been saying for the longest about both of them, but they end up just saying it to each other.
No, that's what happens when feelings and stuff boil over. That was big old frustration and everything. And you know what? I kind of liked it because I like how they even did it. They showed them going from the ring all the way to the back, having the full argument right then and there. Like, no, we ain't taking this in the back. I'm heated now and I need to get this off my chest. Sometimes when you get in those moments, you just want to say the worst thing to try to jab a person. Boy, did they try. And then, I don't know. I love the whole part where Kofi was like, yeah, you mentioned it. You're not good enough? Look, Xavier Woods done a lot of things, but, Kofi did sacrifice his opportunity in the Continental title, Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods lost it. Kofi and Big E did help Xavier Woods also win King of the Ring. Roman Reigns stumped on the crown, and that was just the end of it. So, I mean, there's a point to be made there. And yeah, not for nothing, Xavier Woods and Big E are a huge responsibility why Kofi even got the world title shot to begin with. Remember, they had to go to that tag team gauntlet match. That was the final tribute that they had to do to get Kofi into the world title. So yeah, they both made valid points in the worst possible way.
Very much so. I mean, hard truth, and Xavier never had a world singles championship, and you always had the tag team. That's all you've had here. Kofi, he would have bold statement and say, I was a Hall of Famer before I got with y'all. So I was like, y'all chose me.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know, Hall of Famer? Was he Hall of Famer?
I mean, multiple Intercontinental Championships, multiple United States Championship, already had a tag team championship before, a couple times before that. I mean, you can say that.
Okay. All right, I mean, I hear you. I hear you. Oh, here we go. I'm trying to check something real quick. I'll just check his titles. 2014, he was Intercontinental Champion, World Champion, U.S. Champion, Intercontinental Champion, U.S.
He wasn't
Tag Team Champion. No, he didn't become World Champion, but he had at least been a 3-time U.S. Champion, a 4-time Intercontinental Champion, and a 2-time Tag Champion before he joined the New Day. Okay.
I mean, that's
pretty legit. As far as accolades, that's pretty legit.
Yeah. So, I mean, he got some facts behind him. I mean, depending on your preference or what your perspective is on Kofi, but...
Ooh, here's an interesting outlook of it. During his singles run, he was winning on average at least he was winning about 68% of his matches. Since joining the New Day as a singles competitor, it went down to, at least I want to say, 65% of his matches. So he actually took a hit as a singles competitor when he joined the New Day.
Yeah, I mean, because it was focused on the tags. It's focused on the team.
I know, but just from an individual standpoint.
Yeah, I feel you. But
it's interesting.
So
it's fascinating.
It's a lot of, after this, it's deep cut. And so it's a lot of ways this can go. And when you was talking about how Big E could be the temporary Band-Aid for this situation, it could stretch out a little bit longer. But it's a few ways it could go. Either they just, like I said, Big E Band-Aids it, they go along for a little bit, and show that power of positivity that it's working, but then something else happens to where it can't be reconciled.
The Royal Rumble.
Yeah. But when they throw one of each other out, something like that. And
it's an accident and someone gets blamed, or Kofi Kingston tries to do the Kofi Kingston thing and Xavier Woods ain't having it.
Right. It could go that way, and then they end up fighting or whatever, eventually at whatever show. Or it could go where Kofi does eventually end up listening to Xavier and saying, because Xavier did say, now you want to get mad or stuff like that. And so you can finally get mad about something. You all happy-go-lucky. You never, like I said, people can always say about Kofi, you never ask for a rematch, or you just go win it alone, happy-go-lucky, trying to help everybody else out and do this and that. Just going with the flow instead of going and taking what's yours, which is what Xavier Woods' motivation is right now. And that was his motivation, Xavier's motivation, when he came to Big E and Kofi in the beginning. That was his motivation. We tired of being put to the side. We're tired of just not being shown, not being represented. That's what Xavier's motive was from the beginning. But Big E and Kofi kind of balanced him out throughout these 10 years, and they showed the power of positivity. But now Xavier Woods is getting back to, okay, I need to showcase who I am. I need these titles. We need these titles to be relevant. Everybody keeps saying we dried up or we washed or this and that. By any means necessary, he's trying to get these wins. He wants Kofi he feel like Kofi should be by his side. And so he's reverting back to where in 10 years, anniversary and stuff, you reflect. So he's reflecting on all these years of their success and seeing what they've been doing lately. So he's trying to get back there. So by going to do any means necessary, and he feel like his friend of 10 plus years should be by his side. Not worry about everybody else. It's about the new day and what we need to do to continue to move forward and stay relevant and stay successful as we've always been. So
yeah, but I mean, it's like, how do you get to that measure of success? Do you just do it? Because Xavier is cheating. Like, that's the different method, and that's sort of dividing rod. Kofi has always been under the premise that we just do it in our own merit, and he doesn't want to do it in the heelish method. And Xavier is like, any means necessary. Like, that's a dividing rod.
Yeah, but we'll see how they react to it, because in these arguments like this or conversations like this, it might light a fire on the one of them, and it'll be interesting if it's Kofi. Light a fire to him and say some stuff we didn't mean, but some stuff was the truth.
No, you're not good enough to be world champion? Is that the truth?
Oh, am I good enough? Or is it going to light me from so I can up my game in Xavier? And for Kofi I need to get more serious about my career. Get back more serious about my career and getting these wins and not let everybody continue to step over me, especially after I lost that world championship.
Yeah.
That's one of the best feelings I'm sure he ever had, and winning that world championship, and Kofi Mania was, but he had one reign that got ended in 6 to 8 seconds by Brock, and he didn't get that rematch. So why would he want to go back after that?
Yeah, so I understand where you're coming from. That's kind of always been my thing about it. It's not so much that Brock beat him, which does suck, right? It's just really that Kofi showed no desire to go after the belt again. Because the way Kofi lost that match, I ain't gonna lie to you, it made sense. He jumped at Brock. That was just a stupid thing. You don't do that. So he lost. All right, fine. But then it was almost just not even the next week. It was just pancake throwing. It's like, well, you was just a world champion. Was that a fever dream? Did that not happen? Do you not care about that? And I don't know. Also, to that point, neither the New Day really brought it up either. I mean, not for nothing. Kofi really just kind of went with the flow of the group. And the fact that Xavier and Big E just kind of rolled with the punches as well threw the entire thing off. So I hear what Xavier's saying, but it's like, you weren't there telling Kofi to get back on the horse. You were sitting there flinging pancakes along with him.
Yeah, like I said, this conversation should have been had a long time ago. But it is what it is. I think everybody's ready to see what's really going to happen on this 10-year anniversary. I don't know what could be on it or how they could play it off. It'd be interesting if the Usos had some dealings with it, because that's one of their biggest rivalries. I don't know who else will come in and have a moment with them.
Oh, the Miz, maybe Randy Orton. Well, no, Randy Orton's concussed. He can't say anything.
Yeah.
But I was going to say to that, 10-year anniversary, long time. Yeah, on YouTube they have this retrospective. It was posted a day ago, where they kind of sit there and look back on their whole years and journey. I kind of want to look at it to see if there is hidden tension in this thing, because it is Kofi, Xavier, and Big E, but Big E is sitting in between Kofi and Xavier.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I kind of want to see that. I didn't get a chance to see it yet.
I've checked it out a little bit. It's a little bit, but it's not like how it is on TV to me. But it is, like I said, just continue to going through about, whatever their outfits and stuff like that, and special moments. Just like I said, in the anniversaries, you always reflect back and see what got you here, and see what maybe needs work.
But they didn't do any type of story advancements.
No, that's what I seen. I like I said, I didn't get to see the full thing, but from what I saw, it wasn't like that.
Okay.
So I do want to continue to watch the full thing, but I think I just want to mostly get that story off on TV, and so they're doing it like that.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Makes sense. So it's very interesting. I just really want to see where this anniversary thing goes, especially see what Big E has to say once he gets there, because it's getting a little heated. It's getting heated.
No, it's definitely heated. No, it's heated. These two are at the boiling point. And I can't wait to see if it boil over.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want them to break up, but I mean, still, I can't wait to see if it boil over.
Yeah, and then, like I said, we did have a little bit of Bloodline on this Raw. But basically, they're just informing us that Punk and Roman going to have a face-to-face talk about War Games. And I didn't get to talk to y'all about Punk being the fifth man. I know y'all talked about it on the last show.
Well, do you want to talk about during the course of predictions, as we predicted?
Uh-huh.
You want to talk about that as we go to predictions?
Well, yeah, we do that. We can do that.
Okay.
So let's start off with the women's War Games. Yeah, we're going over predictions. Women's War Games. I still have Team Rhea going along with this. I keep back in my mind. I keep thinking about who did this to Jade, and will it happen in this? Will it have any effects on this match? And so that's not only it's holding me back from really being 100% with Team Rhea, but I'm still gonna pick Team Rhea. What do you think about it?
I get you. Team Rhea looks stacked in the end of it, because you still got Bianca, Naomi, Io, Bayley. They're all former world champions. I mean, honestly, this entire group is nothing but world champions. And then on the opposite end, you have Nia, Tiffany, Candice LeRae, Liv, and Raquel. It's funny because Nia is the world champ, Liv is the world champ, Tiffany's Money in the Bank, Candice LeRae speed champion. You would think this is a really stacked match as far as the competitors. However, craftiness. I got to go with, you got to go with Rhea, right? It's Rhea, because she has to get the revenge, and that's probably going to lead to her. Well, I don't know. I don't know about her getting the world title match, but yeah, I'm going with Team Rhea. I don't know if the Jade storyline is going to play too much into it. Pretty sure it will to some degree, because somebody in this match probably did it. When I had predicted who might have done this, it's not necessarily Nia, but someone on Team Nia that did it, and one to take Jade out of the match, which hopefully will take Bianca out of the match, so that way they try to gain an advantage. It would also make sense if it was someone on SmackDown. So I don't know. All I know is I guess I'm still going with Rhea, because it just seems like it would be hard to pick against that team. It's hard to pick against Rhea and Bianca Belair. I just can't do that.
Right.
They're on the same team.
Right. It's kind of cheap.
Where I say all that, just because all of that I said just goes out the window, because Rhea and Bianca on the same team. That's the reason I have to pick it.
Yeah. It's something like Braun and D Wade on the Miami Heat.
Yeah, seriously. It's Shaq and Kobe. Like, it's a duo. Jordan and Pippen. You ain't gonna beat it like that.
For those NBA fans out there, we just had to put that in there.
All right.
Well, next match we're gonna do our little predictions on. is LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be a good match.
It's a very interesting match. I thought it's going to do, they got a SmackDown, they got Andrade versus Shinsuke. I thought it was going to do a number one contender match, but they already put Shinsuke in this match. But they still fighting on SmackDown, so I guess they're just having a grudge match. Because Andrade still feels like he should have this match again, even though he lost.
Which I get. I mean, not for nothing. It's that Shinsuke keeps attacking the LA Knight. And yeah, I guess at some point you go like, okay. Emperor's LA Knight's like, yeah, I'll fight him. I'm tired of him attacking me.
So I'm trying to think. I just hate to see Shinsuke take another loss, especially with his return. So it's hard. But LA Knight having a strong run right now. I feel like some pretty good matches. A lot of these matches have great finishes. I've enjoyed very much the finish. I love enjoying the whole the matches, but those finishes have been real creative when he gets it off, especially with the one Logan Paul and then the triple threat match that he had with Carmelo Hayes and Andrade. I love both of those finishes. So I feel like he's a strong champion right now, especially, and he, like I said, he got the custom title. So it's hard to fight against LA Knight with this. I don't want to see Shinsuke lose again. I'm still going with LA Knight.
Well, I am picking Shinsuke because I don't see him coming back in the. Here's my deal. If Shinsuke does all of this and he loses, I don't know. He must be leaving the company. I don't know what you do him at this point. Because at this point, he's just, it's just weird. I think Shinsuke's going to win. LA Knight may win it back. I understand he's hot. But you know who else is hot? It was the Intercontinental Champion, Jey Uso. And they took it off of him after one defense. So anything can happen with a mid-card title. And I think in that respect, Shinsuke will win the the U.S. Championship and redub it the Chinese. What is he, Japanese? So let me make sure I get his nationality right. I want to be that guy. Okay, he'll rename it the Japanese Championship, and then from there, he will be the true heel that he's supposed to be.
I love to see the vignettes, the little anime vignettes he do with the championship. That'd be very interesting. So I'm looking forward to it. But we're gonna move on to the Intercontinental title match. I gave my prediction a little bit ago. I'm going Braun Breaker, but we also have Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus. Ooh, this is gonna be a great match. I'm just ready to see how this match plays out. But I think Braun Breaker, like I said, gonna get that spear. He might spear both of them at the same time. I don't know.
Well, that would be pretty good.
But I'm very much interested because Ludwig got motivation from Gunther to like step out, be your own man, make a name for yourself, show out for Imperium, and he got that grudge against Sheamus right now. He really wants to take Sheamus out, so that's his motivation. Sheamus just got a grudge with Ludwig, but he wants that Intercontinental Championship, the only title that he's never had. So that's his motivation. And then Braun Breaker, defending champion. That's all you need right there. So I'm very much looking forward to it. It's gonna be hard hitting. Like I said, Ludwig gonna try to be sneaking, get a little victory, try to probably steal somebody else's win. So it's tough to call, but I think Braun Breaker's gonna stand on it and retain the Intercontinental Championship.
No, I don't disagree with that. Yeah, I think I got Braun Breaker winning it too. I like the idea that Sheamus could win it because it'll be a surprise, right? Something you won't see coming. Big moment. But this show ain't really about big moments. This show is about the last match. I think it'll be the Bloodline match. So Sheamus will not get that moment. This will still be Braun Breaker's championship run. Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser, however, will be taking this further on down because that's the real story.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Speaking with Ludwig Kaiser, we're going to go over to Gunther.
Oh, yeah.
Defending his World Heavyweight Championship against maybe soon to be El Campeon, Damien Priest. And Damien, like we were saying before, Damien Priest showing all kinds of confidence, and Gunther is showing him the exact opposite. But I feel like Gunther will find some way to win this match, or it'll be interference by none other than Finn Balor again. Just like at SummerSlam, it's going to be one of the two. Either Gunther going, like you said, just try to find himself in this match, or be desperate, or to retain, or it's going to be interference from Finn Balor. And Gunther going to find a way to get this.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know. You know what? I'm going to curveball this one. I'm going to go Damien Priest. Because here's the deal. I think this Gunther thing may take bigger legs where that crisis of confidence is going to really set in. Luke Kaiser and Gunther have been having promo segments where Gunther talks about, you lose, you got to pick yourself up. And Kaiser kind of, you all right type of thing. But anyway, I kind of feel like Damien Priest is on a run, and I feel like he does deserve at least one more world title run. Because I don't know. I feel like people weren't feeling it too much. I like Damien Priest. I would like to see him go another title run. Oh, it's too many faces. I don't know. I think I want to lean on Damien Priest winning this one. Because I think it will add more dynamic to Gunther. Because this will be the most vulnerable. At least I've seen Gunther. And I mean, since I've seen him as Walter, that I've ever seen him be. And WWE is really interesting about the character development. That's something we may get into later when we talk about another show. And I think that this is going to be a layer to Gunther's character if he loses. And I want to see that loss. So I'm rooting and I'm picking Damien Priest.
Okay. I wouldn't be mad at that. But I don't know. It's hard to see Gunther lose it right now.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be mad at Priest. I mean, like I said, yeah, because where he's acting, Gunther could be in for a redemption, not redemption, but like a bit of define himself again in a loss. And that's going to be this loss right here going to really break him down, and then he has to build himself back up to show that he's the real ring general. It sounds like a babyface story, but we'll see where it goes.
I know, right? It does sound like it is that way. Maybe it'll end up that way if they go that route, but I don't know. That's why it'll be interesting. That's why I want to see what happens if he loses.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him to lose.
And then we got probably most likely our main event in the Bloodline versus Bloodline 2.0. Well, OG Bloodline versus Bloodline 2.0 War Games.
Boom, here it is. So, yeah, let's get to it. How do you feel about CM Punk being the fifth man, brother? It's the fifth man.
It's very interesting. Like I said, he's one of the names I think we thought of, a lot of people thought of, but didn't really think it would be. I mean, he's a Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah.
So Paul Heyman called in a favor. And then if you think back to, what was that, May, June? When Heyman asked for a favor from him, and it's coming back around. Here Punk is.
What do you make of Paul Heyman introducing Punk, but wearing not necessarily suit and tie, but a very similar setup that even Solo has worn not too long ago on SmackDown?
That's very interesting because Solo and the crew put him through a table. So I don't know why he would turn and follow Solo, even though, like I understand if you felt like he was ghosted or left behind by Roman and turn on Roman, but to side with Solo and he the one who tortured you for weeks and put you through a table and put you out for months, it'd be kind of crazy to still join him. Unless you just side with Punk, and Punk is the one who's turning because Sammy on Raw was thinking like, why should we trust Punk? And Roman was thinking the same thing, even though, bro, and Roman when Punk came out there, Roman was acting like, "What you doing here, bro?" Paul Heyman just literally explained why he's here. You didn't have nobody else, so why are you questioning somebody joining your team?
Okay, they trust him. Just cannot trust you.
Nah, for real. They can't even trust you.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. You needed somebody. We asked a number of people, even if it was Seth Rollins, that would have been even worse. So don't question it. Accept it. Get through War Games and hopefully get whatever power you're supposed to get back. Because I don't even know what Seth Rollins was talking about with that. Well, what kind of power is Roman Reigns getting if he wins his match? Nothing. He ain't gonna have a title. He ain't gonna have the power.
No, okay. So, we may have to sidetrack this a bit. We got to sidebar this because the whole idea is this. Roman Reigns was taken down at WrestleMania. The Roman Empire fell, crumbled. The last thing you want to do is give any instance of that power back. And you know what would do that? A victory. A victory over someone who is considered a tribal chief. Because you know what that can also do? Put him in a higher ranking to go after the world belt again. You just don't want to run that risk. We just had an election where regardless of what side you were on, Some people voted just to prevent the other person going in because they felt like that's going to be a detriment. This is where Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins are coming from. Don't help these people because doggone it, if they get in the power, Lord only knows what they might do again. So I get that from that standpoint. Although I do feel like Roman should have more of an issue with Seth joining than Seth having an issue to join Roman. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out, like, I feel like it could turn heel this with Paul Heyman because once when they show, like, they kind of cut it off on the SmackDown, but once the cameras went off, when Heyman left and Punk didn't really shake hands with nobody, he went straight to follow Paul Heyman. So he's only doing this for him. And so
it's a favor.
Yeah. I mean, Heyman hugged the Usos, but I don't think he talked to Roman Reigns like that on the way out.
Well, Roman ghosted him. You've been trying to call Roman for the longest. Now all of a sudden, you need help. You want me to just bow to you? Like,
I mean, he did though. He put the hands on, just like, he always does. He put his hands together, just like Jacob does for Solo. He did that.
Yeah, I get you, but I mean, we're all still like you mentioned before. This whole unit is together, but they ain't a unit. They're just a bunch of people together. So that is a strong disadvantage. Based on that whole setup, who do you have walking out the champion of the War Games?
Solo.
That was simple.
Love you, Solo.
Love my tribal chief.
Oh, no.
No, but I don't disagree. Yeah, look, I said this. I keep saying this. Roman has to lose this. This man still has not learned humility. I refuse to, but listen. I know CM Punk joining this group almost makes it a money bet that they're going to win. But here's my beef. Roman ain't apologizing to none of these people. I still don't even know exactly why they're all in just a cohesive unit without even acknowledging the problems that they had in the past and trying to actually deal with that in a civil manner.
Right.
CM Punk is just a hired gun, like you mentioned. His whole bit is that he just has to get revenge for Paul Heyman, whatever that may be. As far as that could be, that could just be putting someone through a table. Paul Heyman be like, I'm fine with that. I don't know. So, all in all, I got Bloodline winning this one with Solo because Bronson Reed and Jacob Fatu is a new force to be reckoned with, and I don't think the star power of a CM Punk and Roman Reigns could beat
it. I feel like it should be able to with them two. Like I said, with them not getting along in the OG Bloodline, and Jacob and Bronson on the other side, including Solo, and then Tongas right there to be a nuisance. I feel like they should be more of a threat with the Tongas I'm talking about. They always kind of like the ones that get beat up all the time. So
yeah, they're the JD and Carlito to some degree.
To some degree, well. So I don't know. It shouldn't be able to beat them like that. I mean, I know it's Roman. I get it. Big J Uso main event. CM Punk, Jimmy, and Sammy. I just think I was going to be a solid crew right now. And who knows what else Solo has planned. And because Solo gave it, he's like, I give it to you. That was a good move. But guess what? I got something planned for you. I feel like it's either The Rock or another family member.
Does The Rock make an appearance?
I feel like he does. Because he said he's done with Moana 2 and all that, the premiere and promotion, and the movie's out. And we had Thanksgiving, spent time with the family, did all that. It's time to get back to work.
You ain't gonna mention his other movie that he had that came out that no one went to go see?
I was one of the ones that didn't go see it, so yeah, no, not really.
I don't think anyway. Okay.
Man, it ain't hit. I don't know. I might check it out on bootleg, but
Well, the problem is, can you name it? What's the name of the movie?
I don't know the name of it. It was the red.
I don't know the name of it. Yeah, exactly. I have no idea. If I knew the name of it, then maybe I might go see it.
You good? I see it when the movies come up on my little website. DM me if you want that site. Yeah, so you don't blame that, but anyway. Nah, but I don't know. He done with all that. I feel like it's the time. He showed up at Bad Blood, did the little throat cut.
Didn't do anything after that. It led to nothing.
Right.
So far.
So this is the moment. This is the moment where Rock comes out and the plan comes to its next phase. And so that's part why I say Solo's they're gonna get this, and it'll make them look strong.
And they need that. I still think they look strong as it is, but I need for them to really kind of demonstrate themselves being the top dogs of the Bloodline faction, if you will. Since there is technically two of them, they need to be the top Bloodline at this point.
Right. Roman could take a loss. That man Teflon. This man had the longest reign in forever. In the modern era, or whatever you want to call it, the fourth longest reign of all time, third or fourth longest reign of all time. He's Teflon. Yeah. He could bounce back from this.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
So, Solo.
In fact, everyone on that team will be fine. Everyone on that team could take a loss, including Jimmy. I just don't know if everyone on Solo's team could take a loss.
No, I feel like they shouldn't need.
Yeah.
There's so many controversies going on with this between what Sammy gonna do and him throwing the phone or remote, whatever, he on the couch on SmackDown when Solo came out when he was in the back.
Yeah, that whole
what
thing.
Paul Heyman was dressed like Solo. You guys, what CM Punk gonna do with himself? Is Seth Rollins gonna get involved somehow? Because he wasn't on Raw, so what is he gonna do? Because he already got an issue with Punk, and he got an issue with Roman, and so
it's a lot that can happen. A lot of variables.
Yeah, like I said, Rock might come back. I mean, you never know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna be a great show. Great Survivor Series is gonna be on Saturday. So I started at early time. I was like, dang, 6:00, Eastern time where we at. I was like,
that's pre-show though. That starts at 6, right? Just a pre-show, or is it pre-show at 5?
Ooh, I think the show itself starts at 6.
Man, okay, that's great. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's Saturday, right? Give people this Saturday night.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting, man. I'm very much looking forward to it. We'll be covering it on this show, the Champions Corner. Stay tuned. We will have that for you.
And you know what? If enough of you like, we might consider even live streaming these shows. If people are really interested in things we say, we could commentary we make, we may live stream it one day. But,
it's definitely coming. It's just a matter of when. Yeah. It's just a matter of when. We got to get some things together. But we're definitely going to hit the live stream. Because, like I said, we want to continue to talk to y'all. We love a lot of the comments y'all been making. We definitely try to respond to all of them. We like all of them. So continue to comment, like, subscribe, as everybody says on YouTube and whatnot. But we would love the engagement. We love to talk to you, man. We just love to talk wrestling with each other. We love to talk with you. But right now we're going to talk about some of the NXT. Just a little quick bit. It's some interesting things going on with Ridge Holland, ready to go for this championship, but I don't think he deserved a shot for real. But I mean, he won the match against Andre Chase, and took out Chase U. But he's now going straight for Trick Williams. And Trick talking about all he wants to do is destroy. He wants to take down what we've built right here with this new NXT. They call it the Black and Silver brand now.
It is. It's interesting.
And so, he's like, exactly. I want to destroy what you got going on. I want that title. Like I said, I've been on the main roster. I feel like I probably have more experience than you do. And he didn't say this, but that's what I feel like. That's what I feel like coming from Rick Holland. And so he wants to take you out. He wants to take out whoever started. He took out Chase U, took out a whole faction. And so he wants to take out he going straight for the champ. But unbeknownst to everybody, came out of left field, Mr. Eric Bischoff shows up.
Back. Better than ever.
One of the best theme songs of all time in WWE, at least.
Hey, man, he has a knack for making things better. That's all I know.
I feel you. But Eric Bischoff shows up on the Titantron saying, hey, he told me he's going to be there next week, and he wants to figure out what makes these two tick. And by the time we get to this match, y'all going to want to tear each other apart, even in that ring. So I'm like, what could this man have planned for next week on NXT? What's his motive for being here? I mean, I don't know if he ever been on NXT. I mean, I feel like if he did anything with WWE, he'll be on the main roster. But he's right here in NXT making, he might be making some plans. So
it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
So in kayfabe history, Eric Bischoff is responsible for creating the Elimination Chamber. So he may be creating a new match type.
Oh,
quote
yeah.
unquote.
That's all I'm trying to think. Like, what could he have planned for next week? Like, have a new match type, or just try to be a mediator between Rich Holland and Trick and see what's really pushing him in this match. I don't know what else. I'm trying to figure out. I know he ain't gonna be no referee or nothing.
Hey man, I wouldn't put it past it. I don't know. You know, they did the last time. What was that? CM Punk and Ethan Page. So yeah, probably not another special referee because they did that already.
Yeah, I'm hoping they ain't trying to make him like the kind of what Ava's doing right now. They're kind of a general manager for NXT now.
I don't know. I feel like he's not. I feel like he's more of a one-off in this type of event ordeal.
Yeah,
but I don't think he'll stick around after this event.
I only say that because Ava got kind of knocked down on NXT, and they kind of blame Eddie Thorpe, and Shawn Michaels kind of went off on Eddie Thorpe, but I don't think she was hurt that bad. I don't know. She just got knocked down for a second. I think somebody bumped into Eddie Thorpe and knocked her over.
Yeah, but
that's the only reason I say that he might be like filling in for a little bit.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't see that part. I actually missed that.
Yeah. So that's why I say that. It's just interesting to see him there. But like I said, NXT, they've been experimenting with. They had the ECW show, and now you got Eric Bischoff on here. The creator of what WCW, the peak of the WCW, and now you also interact with TNA. So NXT is dealing in very much different companies, bring back a lot of legends. NXT doing it all right now. They're doing a lot. And this Eric Bischoff, like I said, took us off guard. So it's like, ain't no telling what's going to happen. So NXT,
that's a very good point. Yeah,
NXT is very interesting.
Yeah, I never thought about how NXT has kind of been dipping and dabbing into different promotions and kind of going back to nostalgia, hitting a lot of different marks. The NXT's been putting on pretty good programming as of late. Yeah, you make a good point in that. I never thought about how much they vastly kind of spread out and done different things.
Yeah.
The NXT seems to be like the experimental grounds for just everything to some degree.
Very much so. Like we said, they experiment with match types down there. They experiment with the women's mid-card championship with the North American Women's Championship. A lot of things start down there. If they does well down there, and they might do it on the main roster. So that's why I like the NXT, and it's always good to see people come up. And that's what developmental is. That's what NXT is. It's some seasoned people who've been on the indies, but it's also people coming up. You see growth of different superstars. And that's very interesting to see. And see the people grow and figure out who they are, figure out their characters, figure out their movesets, and then continue to watch them grow. And once they make it to that main roster, you get excited because you've been watching them this whole time NXT. So when they make it on the main roster, you just pop because you know their music, you recognize it. And so it's very interesting. It's better when they actually have a plan for the people you like on NXT on the main roster, when they have a plan for them. So that
when they come up with something.
Yeah, like how they did with Braun Breaker, how Braun Breaker's going right now, for a recent example.
Yeah.
So it's very good. Like that's why I'm always love NXT for, and Shawn Michaels is doing work down there. Shawn Michaels doing his thing. I can't lie.
Right.
Especially with this Iron Survivor match. Now, like one of my favorite matches they got down there. It'd be interesting they had that on the main roster, the Iron Survivor. But we had a few more qualifiers on here. I think Julia qualified this week, right?
Yeah, she beat Kalani Jordan.
I'm mad about that. Kalani.
Yeah, I know. But, yeah, you would think that maybe they'll put her in the match, like both of them, but I don't know. It's fascinating that they went that route in that case.
Yeah, but I like to say, once Julia and Stephanie McCourt had that little interaction, and I felt like they both was going to be in the match either way. So I was like, here we go. I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah,
and I
they could have put Kalani in as the other person. Because right now it's Sol Ruka, Stephanie Valkyrie, Zarya, and Julia. Who do you think would be the last person?
I figured it'd be Lola. Lola Vice.
Okay.
Because I don't think she had a match already for it. And she won a match on NXT this week. I thought that was a qualifier match, but I don't think it was.
No, that was just a regular singles match against Ren Sinclair.
Yeah, I figured they would have that in there, but I guess not. Oh boy, Ethan Page got his victory. He got up in that men's Iron Survivor, but being at Axiom.
Yeah, he got his win over Axiom. And now the men's Iron Survivor so far is Wesley, Javon, Knight and Frazier, and Ethan Page.
Oh boy, you know who I want that last person to be. I done told you already.
Who?
Big Oba.
Oh yeah, Oba Femi. He hasn't even been on NXT lately, has he?
I know. That's what I'm saying, man. He need to come on through and throw all these high flyers around. Except Ethan Page, but throw all these people around real quick.
Ooh, that's true. Because you got Wesley, Javon Evans, and Nathan Frazier. Yeah.
And so Ethan Page would be that sneaker one to get a lot of victories by the end, but he might not win. That's what I see. I'm hoping for Oba though.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I completely forgot about him. I want him to win too. I want him to at least get into the match.
Right. And like I said, after that match though, all them tag teams came out there trying to talk junk to Nathan Frazier and ask him. I'm like, why y'all focusing on singles, man? What about y'all tag team titles? We want them tag team titles. Y'all want to be singles, go be singles. We want them tag team titles off of you right quick. So I think that's gonna lead up to like a lumberjack type match, man, with them tag teams all fighting every week.
It's gonna be a gauntlet match, one after the other. I can see that being the case.
Okay, yeah. That might work a little better. That might look a little better.
Because you want to showcase them. Because you got to showcase as much as you can the tag teams that you have, and also someone's got to earn it. Because they can complain about Axiom and Nathan Frazier doing that, but guess what? They just trying to expand their portfolio. Yeah, we the tag champs, but we're so good we can win singles competitions and big tournament matches there too. What you doing?
Right. Y'all just fighting in the background all the time.
Right? Fighting and catering over the next roast beef sandwich or whatnot. Hershey's pie and all that jazz.
Oh,
they catering.
They had Thanksgiving in catering this week. They had that turkey sandwich.
Cranberry sauce and all jazz. That.
Oh, if it ain't in the can, I don't want it. We also had two belts retained on this show, and Fallon Henley retained against Tatum Paxley, and Tony D'Angelo retained against Sean Spears. And so I'm trying to think the new contenders for these championships. I feel like the people who losing in this tournament for these Iron Survivor matches they should have a match to see who's going to fight for these both North American championships.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I can see what you're saying there.
Yeah. Well, if you lose in that match, you will be part of the fatal 4-way or 3-way, whatever they want to do to see number contender for these North American championships. And I feel like for the women's, I really want Jada Parker to get that shot. Because Connie had the first championship, first reign, but she could be in contention. But I really want Jada Parker. I feel like she deserves that if her and Lola Vice could ever get away from each other. Because they still continue to interfere in both of their matches or at least come out and distract them. So I look for Jada Parker for that. For as far as the men's North American Championship, I'm trying to think. I mean, it could be, like I said, Axiom could get in there because he just lost. Shoot. Who else is in there?
Well, who did Javon Evans beat? Oh, yeah, that's what she did.
Cedric Alexander, he could get in there too because he.
Oh, yeah, because he has a whole big thing anyway. I still kind of feel like he's using Javon to some degree to just keep himself relevant.
Yeah. And shoot, really, I ain't gonna lie. Well, this is the belt Rich Holland should be going for. He should be going for no trick right now, but whatever.
Well, you know what? If he loses, or eventually when he loses, he may end up having to go this route. Go after the North American Championship.
Yeah. So they're going to get to that down the line, I'm sure. But two successful defenses. And like I said, Fallon Henley, she's doing these open challenges. And she got a squad behind her, so she got it off a distraction. That's why she beat Tatum Paxley. She's still talented, but I mean, she still needs that group. She needs the group for her to work right now, the way it's looking for me. And Tony, he's been a decent champion right now. He don't really need the family. They out there supporting him, but he don't really need the family, to get his victory. So it's two opposite with these two championships, but it's getting interesting. I'm just really for real contenders to see who may take these titles from them. Because they're not my favorites. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm gonna be real with it. They're not two of my favorite champions right now. Carry this period, so I'm looking forward to see who are their contenders. Hopefully, they're good contenders. Feels like a real threat to them.
I feel where you're coming from. I sort of like the idea of fatal influence, so I'm not so much into Fallon Henley as I'm just into Fatal Influence or New Toxic Attraction. I didn't really say that.
Oh yeah, that was a Timu attraction. But like I said, they need the group right now. Just like I felt like I was talking about last week about with Chase U. They need that group right now. I don't know how they're gonna do with singles. It's gonna be very interesting to see how they do. But
I think Thea Hall will be fine. Thea Hall, I almost feel like she should go to the main roster at this point.
That's a stretch. That's a stretch.
Wow. Maybe I'm just seeing something different.
Mm-hmm. You're seeing something different. There's a bunch of more people should go before her. But either way, we'll get to that when it comes. But we're gonna get over to AEW. Yeah, man.
Best wrestle, baby.
Oh, that's what they say. That's what they say. And we coming straight off of Full Gear. Very interesting pay-per-view. Couple matches I really love. Like I said, the Kyle Fletcher and Ospreay, Bobby and Swerve, and Mercedes and Statline. I feel like that was one of Mercedes' best matches since she's been in AEW. But it's a very good pay-per-view. I think the ending was overbooked and
a lot.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
Overbooked, and Darby Allin is still a dummy.
This is a great way to start this conversation.
Yeah, because, bro, why you crash your own car and now you supposed to be in this Continental tournament and now they talking about how injured you are from the car crash that you caused yourself and you didn't do anything. You didn't hit nobody. They still got away from you. They not worried about you. Claudio beat you, and now you done got beat by Brody King again. So what are we doing here? What am I supposed to look at you as the next contender for John Moxley? I doubt it.
Dude, listen, you listen to some people, they're going to tell you that's the guy. That is King Arthur who's going to be pulling the sword out the stone. You just got to wait. He looks like a little beanpole now, but when he gets the might and lifts Thor's hammer and knocks the hell out of Thanos, you're going to be sitting there like, oh yeah, I see it. Darby World Champion Allen.
Okay. If you can't get this Continental title, how I expect you to beat Moxley right now? No.
He can't beat Moxley's goon, Claudio Castelloni. I still don't know if he can beat Marina Shafir.
You can't
beat that.
You can't beat Malachi Black's goon.
Brody King.
So
I don't know, man. I don't know. Look, yeah, we got to talk about Full Gear because we didn't see the whole thing. Just the whole ending of itself from Jay White and Christian Cage and Adam Page to the Darby thing. I like that they're adding more people into this dynamic of the story to some degree. I just don't know where they all fit in at. And I don't know, man. I'm just over the whole takeover story. I just am.
I don't even know if that's the focus anymore. I feel like it's focusing more on the World Championship finally, even though we don't get to see the World Championship. It's just in the briefcase. But they focus on that more.
I mean, that might as well be a Money in the Bank briefcase. So I don't know what we're doing.
Right. But they're focusing on that more, and that's exactly why Hangman Adam Page came out there on Full Gear. And he's trying to help Christian cash in so he can fight Christian. So he's focusing on, he wants to be world champion again. That's what he wants to do. Even though you went down, took another loss from Jay White. So how do you even deserve a title shot? I don't know. You just lost to Jay White. And y'all got fighting each other in between this thing. And then the Death Riders beating both of y'all down. Even Marina Shafir beating both of y'all down, especially Jay White. This man was just slumped over in the middle of the ring.
Crater. Yeah, they got beat up all over Dynamite this past week. I don't know, man. I don't know where the direct. I don't know. That's the thing about it. I don't know what the Death Riders want. I still don't. You want a better AEW, but what does that mean? Here's my thing. I think with Full Gear going by, it needs to be a change. So, Private Party won their tag match at Full Gear. Would it be out of line if they were members of the Moxley crew, or at least kind of gave him some credit? Shouldn't there be some type of Moxley's right from someone who wasn't saying he was right before, just to kind of give some light or legitimacy to what he's doing? Because right now, he's just strictly trying to murder people after matches and then trying to run away from it. So it's what's the goal?
Yeah, because, boy, he put that cleaner or a solution in Cassidy's eyes, him and Yuta. So I was like, Lord, God, no. what was we doing? A bag? Now we doing cleaning supplies in their face?
Seriously. Next they're going to be pulling out piano wire trying to choke people. Like, what is going on here? I just don't understand. Cyanide poisoning going to be next.
I mean, it's like trying to get more extreme every time. Find new ways to get more extreme. Because sometimes some people feel like, oh, that beat down on Jay White wasn't enough. They're like, I figured y'all do some more than that with what y'all be doing. But
yeah,
but Jay White, maybe he's learned his lesson. And the Gun Club, the Bang Bang Gang, where was they at? I know they had.
I haven't seen it. Oh, that's a good question. I didn't see Juice Robinson or the Guns in a minute. Are the Guns hurt?
I don't know, but I think Juice was in the tournament, but I don't think he had a match on Dynamite. Did he? Did he have the match on Dynamite?
Well, you still figure he'll be there with Jay White, because why would you be there without your boy?
Yeah, because Juice got Ospreay in the Continental Classic, so
that'd be fascinating.
But that still went on Dynamite. He still should be helping Jay, but even if you get beat up or not, I don't care. You better come out here.
No, the Guns, I don't think are hurt. I believe they're fine. Why is the Bang Bang Gang not rolling around as a group right now?
I'm really unsure about that, because they should be sticking together at this moment. If you go on a Death Riders, you should be sticking together, especially at this moment. So I'm not understanding that one. Definitely not. But a team that was sticking together on Dynamite was the Hurt Syndicate. They came out and showed their mission statement. Shelton Benjamin got a victory in the Continental Classic by beating Jay Briscoe.
Big win.
It was Jay, right?
Jay Briscoe. Yeah, it was Jay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I keep thinking about the other guy, his brother. But so they showing solidarity. They showing what they're here for. Like, you gonna either take the card and accept what we got going on, or you getting beat down. Because we hurt people.
I mean, yeah.
So it's gonna be good. I really hope Shelton makes it far in the tournament. I'm trying to see what Bobby's next move is exactly.
Sorry, it was Mark Briscoe. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know. I'm like, no, Jay is brother. I'm tripping.
No, it's Mark.
Well, maybe I'm tripping, but yeah, okay, Mark.
We'll fix that.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Bobby goes next. I don't know if he's done with Swerve or not. I just Swerve had beat down Max Caster for talking junk in that bag.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
And it's crazy that speaking of Max Caster, they didn't really talk much about the non-chemistry him and Bowens had.
Yeah, it was just weird in general that Caster was just there. Like, I don't know, he was just there. And he just kind of had that slick word with Swerve. So, you know what, imagine, I feel like there's going to be a match between Caster and Swerve coming up, which, so why would you just beat up somebody like that? I don't know. See, I hate that. So here's the deal, right? We talk about AEW, we talk about WWE. We spend the first half of the show speaking about the story, the characters, the cohesion, and all this. We talk about AEW, and it feels like we're just kind of like, oh, that's kind of the issue with AEW I have. Things happen, but they don't always happen for good or great reasons. They just kind of happen for the sake of a story. You talk about the end of Full Gear, of all of these things just happening, but it's like, why, and what's the connecting fabric? And then going into this week's Dynamite, you still kind of ask the same question. What's all the connecting fabric? Why did John Moxley and them, why did they tag Jay White exactly? Because Jay White, didn't he prevent Christian from cashing in on John Moxley at Full Gear?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just so confusing. Why? Because Hangman gave him I don't know. It's just a confusing thing in that degree. Again, you talk about Darby Allin. Darby Allin, who's supposed to be going after the world title, right? Why is he in the Continental Classic then? Just pause on that for a moment. If he's supposed to be going for the world title because he's against this whole John Moxley organization, then why is he taking his time going after the world Continental Championship in a tournament that he's going to be preoccupied in? So it's like, how does that benefit anything of a story? None of this stuff makes sense, but I just feel like it's just events happening for the sake of events.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to see. I feel like it was overbooked at Full Gear, the ending of Full Gear. I get Christian coming out because he got the contract.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Heyman is out there to help Christian, So he'll get a title shot when Christian gets the belt. But can't you just go after Moxley and get your title shot? But you just lost to Jay White, so you really don't deserve a title shot. But I guess you feel like if you lost to him, you'll help Christian because y'all made a deal or whatever. Y'all been working together for a little bit, and so you get a title shot like that. But Christian didn't cash in. Jay White prevented it because you were out there. Y'all already got beef, and so but both of y'all now getting beat up by the Death Riders. And so what's really going on here? Like, are we gonna do a triple threat match? A fatal four-way match with Christian involved also? What are we doing? Where does Darby feeling to fit in all of this? Because he the one talking the most junk to Moxley and the crew. And so what's the plan? What are we heading to? Because
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. It makes zero sense.
Because what's the next big show? Are we doing Winter is Coming or is it World's End? I mean,
well, is Winter is Coming is the next big TV-based show. But then after that, it's going to be, well, hold on a second. So they got Winter is Coming.
Yeah.
That's Winter is Coming.
No, that's a Dynamite and then on Collision.
Well, that's a Rampage, Dynamite, Collision. Then they have Christmas Collision. And then they're going to have Dynamite on 34th Street. And then it's World's End. Which Dynamite on 34th Street looks like it's the go-home show before World's End. Which I don't know what that means anymore. Because go-home shows don't mean nothing to AEW.
So it's a lot coming up. I just wanted all of the jail to make sense. I was trying to see what exactly we're leading to. I like these matches in the Continental Classic. But like I said, I just want to see what it's leading to. Because like I said, Jay White's in the Continental Classic also. He's fighting Pac. Yeah, no, or is he? Or he's just fighting Pac next week?
If he's fighting Pac, it may be in the Continental Classic match. I need to see if I can pull up the Continental Classic bracket.
So I see Brody King fighting Claudio. And we got Juice fighting Ospreay coming up. So I don't know. And Okada fighting Garcia. 2 champions right there.
Yeah, that's going to be on Collision. It's good to see Okada in wrestling matches because I haven't seen him in a wrestling match in a while now.
Exactly. Oh, and they got Hangman fighting Yuta on Collision. So they really try to put a lot of stuff on Collision. I need to tune in for that.
Collision is a pretty good show for what it's worth. I like Collision, but real quick, since we're talking about Dynamite, I just kind of want your opinion on something. I think we talked about this before. 5 years, we got a Jon Moxley now in AEW.
Yeah.
And 5 years, we had a Dean Ambrose WWE as a solo superstar. Who's better, Jon Moxley or Dean Ambrose?
Jon Moxley. He's taken more serious. He's had better promos. He's not seen as goofy like Vince McMahon was trying to make Jon Moxley. Make Dean Ambrose. I still was a fan of Dean. He was a world champion, Intercontinental champion by himself. So I feel like he should have won that Royal Rumble in 2016 when you fight Triple H. But so I was behind Dean Ambrose all the way. But Moxley is just taking more serious and more sinister, and he has better range and promos. And he's a 4-time AEW champion.
No, I get you. But he's a Grand Slam champion in WWE.
He is. Like I said, he got the accolades in WWE, but it's just he wasn't taken as seriously as he is now. Because even Vince McMahon was saying, like, oh, that's something just Dean Ambrose would do. It's like kind of goofy and kind of off kilter, and that's just something he does. That's cool, but it don't made me feel like he's the main event guy. He is the guy to take out. And right now, that's what he is right now. The guy to take out, and everybody's gunning for him. But he has a crew behind him where he's trying to mold this company in his own image. And he's taking out anybody, any means necessary, while we put a bag over your face, putting a hammer to your hands. We're putting cleaner in your eyes. We fighting dirty. We here. And I got the power right now.
All right. I don't know. From my taste, I think it's Dean Ambrose, only from the standpoint that at least Dean Ambrose had dimension. Jon Moxley feels like a one-trick pony to me. Like, he's just tough guy, beats people up. But I don't know. I don't think he's ever had a meaningful feud.
What?
He's had good matches. No, what's a meaningful feud he had in AEW?
Oh, Eddie Kingston.
That was a long time ago. I'll give you that. But even then, didn't that end with like the barbed wire match? Or that might have been Kenny Omega.
I mean, A lot of these matches, Brian Danielson.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't feel like that. Okay, maybe that's just me. I didn't feel that one too much. That felt a little forced because it was getting close to Danielson's end, so that didn't really do it much for me.
He had great. He had great matches, great story with a lot of people. I feel like I feel like with this Moxley and WWE, if he ever went back to WWE, be right up there with his Shield brother.
No, I get you, but just the whole thing though is that Dean Ambrose, I think, still had versatility and depth. That's the thing, Moxley is funny though. That's the thing. He's a funny guy. I know a lot of people don't like, but I mean, he can still be tough and comical. This Moxley is just, even Seth Rollins could be comical. Roman Reigns could crack a joke or two. Moxley is just too serious for his own good. Not for his own good. I don't know. He comes off like an edgelord. So always with the whole shoulders and all this. He's a no-seller. Honestly, that's one of the reasons I don't like Jon Moxley matches. Because he's a no-seller. Like, he wants to be Brock Lesnar, but you're not Brock Lesnar. But he wants to be Brock Lesnar. He's the Brock Lesnar of AEW because he hardly ever loses. But to me, he'll never be a Brock Lesnar because he's just not that guy. He's a tough guy, but I don't know. It does nothing for me. It's kind of boring, but that's me.
I very much enjoy it. I don't know, like I said, he bleeds a lot in a lot of these matches and whatnot, but it seems like he's scratching and clawing to get that victory, and that's what I like.
I guess.
Yeah, he was literally scratching Orange Cassidy at Full Gear, like scratching, put his nails in his back.
Yeah, I know that's what he does. Like, back scratches. That's fine. I don't know.
Like I said, he scratches the claws to get every victory, and like I said, and I love his promos. And so, I'm always been a big fan. Dean Ambrose or Jon Moxley, I'm always gonna be a big fan.
You like Jonathan Good. You are a fan of Jonathan Good.
Yeah, I am. I don't know exactly what his story. I feel like the story should be developed more, see where it's going. I'll admit that. Like, to your point, as far as him as a character himself, big fan. I just want to see what his story is going. Because, like I said, it's very interesting to a lot of people in the beginning, saying this is not your company anymore, and all hope should be lost and whatnot for what y'all got going on. I'm putting this company in my image, but we don't know what that means exactly. We don't know if you're the higher power or are you working for somebody else. Why haven't we seen the championship since you've had it? Why is it in the briefcase? It's a lot of questions that aren't answered right now, and it's just taking a long time to answer them. I thought some answers going to come at Full Gear, but like I said, it was just an overbooked finish, and there's a lot of other people just involved, and so I didn't get the answers I was looking for exactly with that. But I'm just all I can do is see where it goes, man. See who the next challenges are, and it looks like I said it's going to be Hangman or
Jay White
or Jay White. How they beat them two down. Jay White took the most of it, but Hangman is still fighting the group. So like I said, he got Yuta coming up on a collision. So we'll see where that goes. It was interesting, man. Like I said, and I'm just ready for the moment where the Hurt Syndicate goes up against them. And what would that come? What will come of that?
Do you think that's going to happen?
I'm gonna say yeah. I really want that to happen. I really want that to happen. I don't know when. I know Shelton's in this Continental Classic. I'm trying to figure out what Bobby's doing exactly. Is he still fighting Swerve? Or is he moving on to something else? And who's the next member of the Hurt Syndicate going to be? They need to hurry up and figure that out too.
Ricochet. It just needs to be Ricochet. Actually, it's either Ricochet or Powerhouse Hobbs, but it may be Leo Rush. Who knows?
Maybe. I just feel like they should hurry up and figure out who that is, so they can move on with their storyline off.
Definitely.
But they're looking powerful right now.
Yeah, they still got a former world champion. But right now, everyone's beating Swerve. Swerve may need to reevaluate his management. Because not for nothing, Prince Nana helped him get his house and the world championship. But at some point, they got a bit relaxed. And now he lost the house. He lost the championship. He's losing to Bobby Lashley. I don't know, Swerve.
I feel like he should have been in this tournament too, ain't it?
Look, I'll tell you right now, they got Okada, Kyle Fletcher, Garcia, Mark Briscoe, Shelton Benjamin, and the Beast Mortos. That's in the Blue League of the Continental Classic. In the Gold League, they got Darby Allin, Claudio Castelloni, Will Ospreay, Ricochet, Brody King, and Juice Robinson.
Okay.
Do you feel like he could have taken one of these people's place?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, besides Beast Mortals.
Darby.
Well, that's fair, because Darby really shouldn't be in this. Darby really should be headhunting the Death Riders since he wants to be causing damn near bodily harm into himself.
Or
Yeah.
Or he could took the Garcia spot because Garcia already got the doggone TNT championship.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point too. Because Garcia, he just won a championship. And you know what? Even Castelloni, like I don't even want to see him in this because I feel like he has. I really feel like Castelloni, Darby, and Garcia shouldn't be in this because they already have stories that you can do with them. You should be putting in people who don't have much happening but can do something and make a story out of them, like a Juice Robinson or Kyle Fletcher. This is really good for Kyle Fletcher to be in.
It is
because he'll be fighting Okada a couple times.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Shelton get in it.
Shelton's in it. Yeah, Shelton. I mean, as far as who's winning it, I got Okada winning it.
Oh, okay. I mean, he need to show something because this man was like what top 5 in the world. Now he seemed like is he that he done dropped down significantly.
You know who should be in this? Big Bill. Big Bill should be in this. And you know they probably should have added the Acclaim because that would have been pretty good.
Yeah, but some of these people are probably going to be in that battle royal for the MJF's ring.
Well, yeah. What does that even mean? Okay. Dynamite Diamond Ring. Okay.
Yeah, Dynamite doesn't. Some of them are going to be in that. Yeah, you don't seem excited.
I have look. The fact that MJF won it that many times, I'm like,
well, speaking of that, how did you?
I got my own ring. Get MJF.
Hey, there you go. But how do you feel about Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly saying, I'll be the first to be in that since you want to face I'll be the first to be in the Battle Royal. And then Kyle O'Reilly's like, yeah, I'll be the second. Awesome. Y'all just listen. Y'all looking desperate to fight this man. He don't even care about it. This man over there playing piano. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Can we just throw this whole thing away? You know what? Let's do this. Next week on Dynamite, Adam Cole, MJF, get it out the way. Just do the match, and then we'll move away from the story. Just do the match whenever the next time possible, and move away from the story.
I didn't see the point of him being fighting Roger Strong like that. I mean, Kyle O'Reilly all mad at Adam Cole about that. He's a grown man. Let the man fight. You know,
that's another thing. Real quick, I brought this up before, but I had an issue with Kyle O'Reilly's behavior at Full Gear, pushing Adam Cole. A little context here. Adam Cole, MJF become tag team. Adam Cole and MJF become best friends. Roderick Strong tells Adam Cole, be careful, MJF's going to betray you. Adam Cole tells Roderick Strong, Roddy, I got it. Don't worry. Mind your business. Roderick doesn't mind his business. Fast forward, Adam Cole comes back because he proclaims he has some beef with Adam Cole. He told the Kingdom his first night back on Dynamite, stay out of this. I'm going to take care of it. Roderick Strong continues to put his nose in Adam Cole's business. Tell me, why the night before Full Gear Dynamite, Kyle O'Reilly comes out there and tell Adam Cole, you need to quit putting your friends in this and having them fight your battles or they're going to get hurt. Kyle, are you paying attention to Dynamite? Do you watch the show? Now we're sitting here going on to Dynamite, on the Full Gear, and he's sitting here getting mad at Adam Cole because Roddy got his arm busted, talking about it's your fault. Kyler, do you watch Dynamite or are you just too busy looking at Collision with the conglomeration? Because Roderick Strong put himself in this.
Right.
He's the one, he won his matches. I didn't tell Roderick Strong to go do these matches. He won all 3 of his matches.
All right.
Okay, that's it.
That's what I said. Kyle sounded real pathetic, bro.
Sounds like an idiot.
And he bringing Adam Cole right down with him.
Oh, boy, I tell you. All right, so what do I got to do to just get the Undisputed Era? Like, what do I got to do just to have that? Because that's all I want. Just have them do the baby, burn them, bump, bump, bump. That's all I want.
What up?
Right? Just give me that. Just get rid of the story. Let's just reset the whole thing and just bring it back out as Undisputed Kingdom or whatever. With Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, and I guess Taven and Bennett since you don't have Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong.
Because they say they serve the same purpose with Bobby.
Yeah, just being there.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they can grow a nice mustache. Because Bobby Fish had a nice mustache.
Yeah. But
All right.
yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I want to get to there's Mina Shirakawa and Mariah May. Mariah May didn't crack Mina in the back of the head with that glass or the bottle or whatever, like she was trying to do at Full Gear. And she didn't even. They should have had her explain why she was turning on Mina. Like why? They have Mina talking about the situation, but why aren't we talking to Mariah May about why she did this? Why she was turning on Mariah?
That's kind of the thing I'm having a hard time figuring out too. I guess it's just power being a champion, and she just you get that what's that? Not Gargamel, the creature on Lord of the Rings. My whole Precious, just kind of going crazy and going against everyone. That's the best thing I could tell you when it comes to Gollum. She's just going through a Gollum phase where she's just attacking everyone.
Yeah, but Mina was really trying to go for your title until you just did that to her. And Mina had a big old lump on her head after that. They went through that table. I was like, dang, bro.
I know, that was nasty. But hey, I'm trying. I don't know the reason. That's the best reason I can give you.
Yeah, now she got to probably have another one. That glass broken over her head. But Mariah May seems like a sociopath or whatever. Because, Lord, she's taking out all her friends or her mentors and like they threatening her.
Well, I guess it's all just waiting on the return to Tony Storm. Do you think Tony Storm is going to come back in the next week or two?
No. Probably maybe somewhere around World's End.
Okay.
Because, they got a show in Australia coming up. And then, I think she'd definitely be on that show.
Yeah, I think that's what they're building to. I really think that's what they're waiting for. That's going to be Grand Slam. That's February 15th.
Wow. I mean, they can bid all the way up to that, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's what I said. She might have come back around the end of the year or beginning of next year. But they already said she retired. But I mean, I think everybody keeps saying that's kayfabe, or I figured it was, but
Hey, we said it before, all right? How long has she been wrestling? Since the 1930s. She's been going at it for a while, all right? She done outlived Mae Young, Moulin, all of them.
All of them.
Wendy Prichter or Wendy Pritchard? Wendy Richter? I can't get these people's names.
We talk about AEW Women's World Champion, but let's talk about the TBS champion, Mercedes Moné. Out there celebrating her victory and whatnot. And Camille, she just had enough of Mercedes. I mean, ain't like he was doing much anyway for Mercedes. Mercedes won by herself. So, but she told Mercedes to shut up and that she quits and she out of there from her. I mean, she can't do much anyway. Her arm hurt. So, I mean, I guess that's why they just getting her away from Mercedes right now.
Look, she wanted to quit before she got fired. That's all that is. She just wanted to be the first one.
Because you showed me I don't need you, and so I had to be standing by myself.
So let me ask you this then: do you think this is building for Camille to beat Mercedes for the TBS championship?
No.
Okay, who you got taking it from her then?
I'm trying. Like who we keep saying, Willow.
Okay, I would like that.
They probably have that rematch.
I'm a big fan of Willow. I would love her to win. I wish she didn't lose it to in the first place, but
Yeah, but they had Willow coming out there fighting, attacking Marina Shafir.
Yeah. Which you know what? To that whole point, how come in the Death Riders they're not attacking the women? They have Marina Shafir. Why is she not going after women?
I mean,
or why are women not even at least going after her? Why was Willow not getting involved in this earlier, seeing how her and Orange Cassidy have been buddies for a while? See, I can go all day why there's so many holes in this story.
There's a lot going on, man. But yeah, Willow's finally getting involved in it. I feel she should get involved in the TBS title. I think she will. Her and Marina could fight. Oh, Marina might be the one to beat Mercedes. So
I think she's the only one without a title in that group, isn't she? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, she is, because they had a trios title. John has the world title. Yeah, if she don't get the world title herself, Marina, why not?
I mean, but it's like two heels holding the titles right now, so it's like, it'd be three heels. I don't know. It had to be somebody taking away from Mercedes, then Marina go after them. But
we'll see.
I don't know. It had to be a multi-woman match where to get something like that to go off to make it make sense. Because I mean, I don't know, heel versus heels. It's just like, what can you get with that? Who are we cheering for in this? Ain't got nobody to cheer for, or.
We see in AEW to cheer for the heels. I mean, let's look at the landscape at AEW for a second. You realize every champion except now Garcia and Private Party are heels? John Moxley, Keshta, Okada, Death Riders Trio, Mariah May, Mercedes Moné. I mean, just recently Jack Perry lost his belt before he was a champion. Yeah. And then you had the Young Bucks who were champions, but, we just got Private Party.
I guess that's why they bring some more faces into it. I don't know. Some of the baby faces in AEW. I don't know.
Well, it's just, not for nothing, but AEW fans cheer for the heels.
Yeah, because they show us cheer for MVP.
Which, I don't know, is Bobby Lashley the heel in that against Swerve? Like, I guess.
Yeah, the way they beat him down, I feel like he's supposed to be. Wasn't he, was he slapping hands? The crowd's for hands or what? I don't know. I know he was doing that. He's trying to be a heel in WWE, but I can't remember if he was slapping hands coming down the aisle with the Hurt Syndicate.
I don't know. I read wrestling weird because I still think Swerve was the heel against Hangman. So I don't know.
Yeah, perspective on that. So I feel like they both did some crazy stuff in that feud right there.
Yeah, but Swerve was looking at that man's wife and kids. Like, you don't mess with a man's family. He's going to do crazy stuff.
Hangman burned a man's childhood home down.
Hey, when you mess with a man's family, he ain't fully responsible for his actions. Yeah, I burned the house down, and I hope it burned in hell.
All right, Mascafta got a little beat down for that, saying also. I don't know, man. We're going to see what happens, man. But there's a lot of stuff coming up at AEW. Like I said, they also got an International Women's Cup coming on where Jamie Hayter beat Queen Namanata. I hate Queen Namanata taking all these losses, man. She's too good.
She's so good. She is really good. I mean, honestly, you talk about, dude. I'm telling you, listen, I'm going to be that guy, all right? You need to start moving Queen Amidala, Ricky Starks, Willow Nightingale. They all need to go to NXT. They all need to get on through and get to NXT.
And showcase Athena more often.
Oh, my goodness. How is it you have all these other Ring of Honor champions on the AEW TV and you can't get Athena? And then on top of that, how are you going to have all the people Athena beat end up on AEW except Athena? I hate it.
Something going on, bro. Something going on. Don't smell too good.
But you know what? Wasn't a bad show overall. Pretty good Dynamite. Decent Full Gear. I love AEW with the wrestling. The wrestling will always be good. It's just the stories I can't really grasp onto. And character development, or lack thereof.
Yeah. Like I said, I try to keep some slack. It's a young company. They're finding their way. They try to focus on the wrestling more than anything else. And I get it. Everybody loves, that's what we're here for, wrestling. But we're also here to tell a story and get me emotionally involved.
Right? I gotta get vested into these people.
Yeah. And if I'm invested, it may be because I've known them since they was in WWE and I've always been a fan of these characters anyway. I just want to see what they do over here with the quote unquote handcuffs taken off. So I don't know. Like I said, a lot of stuff AEW I do enjoy, but like I said, some things need tweaks and connections as far as story goes.
And follow through.
Yeah.
Let's see these things to the end because I still want to know what happened between Tony Khan and the Young Bucks. Did they not talk about them breaking that dude's neck? They had to cross each other in the hallway. That had to be an awkward moment. Something.
They go, so I don't know. They'll be back whenever they be back. But I don't know. There's a lot coming up. Like I said, we got the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal coming up, International Women's Cup going on, got the Continental Classic going on. Trying to figure out who's going to really face Moxley for this title next. World's End at the end of the year. Winter's coming. There's a lot going on at AEW. A lot to look forward to. I'm trying to make sense of it. Like I said, I don't want to focus on one thing at a time and give me a good story throughout. And like I said, just be consistent with the stories. Like I said, it was going good for a while, coming out the summer and coming into the fall. But now it's kind of falling off a little bit. So I'm trying to, like I said, pick it up and keep it connected. Like I said, I always enjoy the pay-per-views though, and the matches from those for the most part. So.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely the best part of AEW. It's the pay-per-view matches. And nonetheless, yeah, I won't say from wall to wall, but for the most part, it was good matches. Ospreay, Fletcher, Bobby Lashley, Swerve. Mercedes Statlander. That was a really great match. So yeah, great match.
Oh, yeah, it's always going to be there. It's going to be the basis of what AEW is. It's the great matches. But we want to, like I said, we want to see where the story's going on. Very interested. We need AEW, man. We need AEW to be right. We need that competition for WWE, that alternative or whatever you want to call it. So we're very much looking forward to what they do. Just want to have a little more structure and story. That's what we want. But look forward to it. We're definitely going to be talking about it on the show. Let us know in the comments how you feel about AEW, what happened at Full Gear, and what they got for the rest of the year. Let us know what you think in the comments. And let us know who your picks to win that Survivor Series on Saturday, because that's going to be a great show. And we're going to be here to talk about it. Like I said, them live streams coming up soon. We'll be streaming and talk to y'all at the same time, get the chat going. So we would love to talk to y'all. We want to have that engagement. Continue to like, comment, and subscribe right here in the Champions Corner. We got the merch shop. If you like, say, we represent, be a champion. Go and be a champion. Championscorner.myspreadshop.com. Links down in the description below. And so go check us out. I'm your host, Ron G. This is my brother, the Professor.
Always.
Oh, yeah, always. And we're going to see you next time. We love you. Peace.
Good night.